Well, welcome to a very cold and blustery morning here in South Australia. And a new month calling for a little bit of a play with back bends and opening up through the front body. So to begin, let's find this comfortable place of seat, either sitting on a block, a bolster, or just on the mat or a blanket. And take the first few moments of our time together today to just become aware of your breath. Just noticing the breath as it comes into the body now. And noticing the breath as it leaves the body now. Taking another breath or two here together, just noticing. The length of your spine, the strength of your back body. The strength of our back bodies that hold us upright. Help keep our hearts open so we can face the world. A few more rounds of breath here, just letting yourself arrive on your mat. And when you're ready, we'll just slowly now shift our way off the bolster. Just pop that to the side. And we'll come into cat-cows. So it's really chilly, so I'm just going to keep my jumper on for the first little bit. So hands under shoulders, knees under the hips. And then just slowly drop the belly, yawn the collarbones broad as you come into the first back bend of today. Take a few breaths in it. So breath in, feel the heart pull forward. And then breath out as you feel it soften. Take another breath in as the heart pulls forward. And then exhale, stay for a few rounds of breath in the back, in the forward fold or the rounding of the back. And when you're ready to start to flow it, breath in as the belly drops, heart pulls forward. And then breath out as the tail scoops and rounds. A few more just like that. Breath in as the belly drops, heart pulls forward. Breath out as you scoop and tilt and tuck and round. 3 more times. Breath in, belly drops, heart pulls forward. Breath out as you scoop and round. I'm going to walk up this way on the mat so hope you can see a little bit more of me. And then when you're ready, the right arm will reach up. We'll take a little thread the needle. And then exhale, thread the needle under. Take a little pull of the right hip back towards the right edge of the mat. So you feel that beautiful stretch all the way across the upper back. Few rounds of breath there. Big breath in, easeful breath out. And then sliding the left hand back towards the face, the right arm reaches back up, breath in. And then hand drops back down to mat. Breath in, left arm reaches. And then thread the knee under. Pull the hips back to the left side of the mat. Oh, that feels good. And then bring the right hand back to the face. Breath in as the left arm reaches. And then bring the hands in front of you. Keep the bum to the sky as the hands drop down as you come into puppy pose. So the forehead drops down to the mat or towards a block. You relax through the shoulders. And you're in this gentle little back bend again. So just notice if your belly's just fallen out of the front of your trousers. See if you can scoop that a little. So the front body's supporting the back body here. A few more rounds of breath there. And then coming from here, laying all the way onto the belly, lengthen the legs out long, and then just find a little Sphinx pose, kind of mirroring little scout here. The elbows press into mat, the heart pulls forward. Legs are active and long, so press the tops of your feet, so not your toes, the tops of your feet into the mat. Lengthen the legs long, press the forearms into the mat. You got the perfect, not perfect version of me this morning. A few more rounds of breath there. Feels really good. And then coming all the way down onto your belly, palms down, thumbs out. Let the forehead just drift down towards the floor. Take a breath in as the nose lifts, the thumbs dial out, the legs float, we come into Shalabhasana. So palms down, thumbs out, heart open. Feel the rhythm of your breath, so feel the belly breathing into the mat. The breath creating the movement in the body here, strong legs. And then hands come back next to your shoulders. Press on up, downward facing dog pose. A little pedal through the feet there. Pressing the floor away with your hands. And then a slow step towards the top of the mat. Into your forward fold. This might be where the socks come off if you had socks on, so you can start to feel the grip of your feet to your mat. And I'll take off a layer now. I'll be brave. Start to make your way all the way up to stand. A roll of the shoulders at the top as we find our way into Tadasana. Take a breath in as the arms lift. And then exhale, bend the knees, and we fold on down. We'll move into a slow Sana here. Breath in as the heart pulls forward. And then step back and find your all four shape, so hands and knees. Shift the weight forward into the palms of the hands, untuck the toes, and then lower all the way down onto the belly. Here's your Bhujangasana, the next back bend that we'll work through this week. The long legs, belly lifts, heart pulls forward, chin tucks in. And then exhale, breath as you lower down. We'll do a few more of those. The breath in, legs strong, heart pulls forward. And then exhale, breath. So the triceps, the upper back, the arms, backs of your arms, your upper back are all working here in unison. Breath in, belly lifts. And back down. From here, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So you press and lift, breath out. And then a slow little stroll to the top of the mat. To stand, breath in, arms to heart, breath out. We go again, breath in, lift up. Forward fold as you bend the knees and bow. Heart lengthens, there's another little back bend there. Step back, find your plank, hands and knees, and lower all the way down. One Cobra, breath in, Bhujangasana. Downward facing dog pose as you breathe out. Lift high on the toes, breath in, step to the top of the mat as you breathe out. To stand, breath in, heart lift. To heart, breath out. One more time, breath in as you lift. Forward fold as you bow down. Heart lengthens, breath in. Step back, find your plank and lower all the way down. Roll shoulders back, breath in. Downward facing dog pose. High on the toes, breath in. This time step left foot forward, bend into the right knee. Rise to stand into a crescent pose. It'll tuck under the hips, reach the arms. Take a breath into the fingers. Sink a little lower as you breathe out in that lunge. Lift the arms up, breath in, little water wheel twist to your left. A little reverse water wheel, so you get a little back bend there. So find the length through the front body as you reverse. And then follow the right hand as you open on out, widen the legs into your warrior two. Stay for a breath or two here. Stay a little while. Take a breath in as you reverse, straighten the front leg. Trikonasana next. So left hand drops down, right arm reaches up to sky. We'll open through chest here. Shoulder melts away from the ears. Right arm reaches all the way to the top of the mat. Bend back into that left leg, Dvihasta, two hands, breath in. And then whoosh, breath out as you drop down. Back knee drops, a little twist, breath in. And then find your downward facing dog pose as you breathe out. Lift high on the toes, breath in. Step top of the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. To stand, breath in. To heart, breath out. And again, breath in. Really focusing on opening through front body as much as you can. Forward fold as you bow and breathe out. A half lift, the breath. And the spine lengthens, the breath lengthens, spine does too. And now it's your left leg back. Find your lunge. Bend into the back knee. We rise all the way to stand. Arms reach up. Little tuck under the back hip. Find your steadiness, find a little more depth. And then take your water wheel twist. Breath in, the left arm reaches, the right arm looks back. And then warrior two, left long edge of the mat, widen the stance. A few rounds of breath here. A reverse. Oh, I forgot something, but that's okay. We forgot the water wheel twist. And then we straighten the front leg. Left arm reaches to sky. Trikonasana. Left arm reaches up and forward to the top of the mat. And then bend into the right knee, Dvihasta. Stay for another breath or two there. And then reverse, breath in. Cartwheel down, top of the mat. Down you go. A little back knee drops, a little twist. And then downward facing dog pose as you move out. Lift high on the toes, breath in. Shift forward into your plank. Drop the knees, untuck, lower all the way down. Roll the shoulders back, come into the Cobra, and then reach your arms back behind you. Dial the thumbs out, the chest is open, and hold the legs, Savasana. Stay for a few rounds of breath there. Energy through whole back line. Feel it all the way through the back line there. And then hands come back underneath the shoulders. Press the sit bones back. Find your child's pose. And a little lift of the forehead away from the mat, and then thread the right arm under. A little thread the needle there. A breath or two just to feel the simplicity of what's here. A little lift of the forehead. Switch it up and over to the other side. You know, we step on our mats to reconnect and move our bodies. We step onto our mats to practice. And not so much to practice the asana, but to practice being kind and comfortable with ourselves. And so we practice so we can continue to practice, not to perfect anything. And just slowly bring your way on up into a seat. And so when you practice with me, you get all the mistakes, the missed bits, the missed reverse. But you know, that's part of it. I think that's all part of the practice too. We'll take a little twist, seated twist. So bend your right knee up towards your chest and hug that right knee tight. The right hand's going to come around behind you. If you find that you're dropping here, you can always use a block, or you could just do the double bind. So you focus more on the twist rather than sinking. I want you to find this lift up through the belly and then twist. And then looking over the right shoulder. The left leg still stays strong. And there's this nice little rinse. A beautiful counter pose for any back bends is your twists. There for another breath or two here. A little drift of the leg, a little open, so it's half a butterfly, half a dragonfly. And then slide your left hand down your left leg. Open the chest here, so you open your chest. You should be already feeling a bit of a stretch into the right side. Continue to let that left arm drape on down towards your left leg. And then turn the palm to you, and then drape that arm all the way up. Bring the elbow on top of the head and just let the weight. Oh, it's so good. And if you find yourself more rounded, see if you can, open up through the chest here. A few more sweet rounds of breath. Ooh. Coming out of that, place the right hand down to the mat. We'll take a little splash dance. So press the hips forward. And then circle and drop down to the other side. So find your twist, right leg's in front. Hug and twist. Strong right leg. Keep energy in both legs. Stay in the practice. And then easily dropping that left leg open. Float the right arm inside that right shin. Open up through the chest. I sometimes like to just kind of do like a drawing a sword movement here. So really open in to the side body. You could pop a bolster underneath this left leg if you need, and then up and over. And you too can also, if the legs in this shape are not comfortable, cross your legs, butterfly the legs, stretch the legs out in front. But what we're really focusing on is stretching from the top of the hip to the side ribs and a little bit into the back. One of my favorite lower back stretches. And breath in as you lift. Place the left hand down and then your flash dance other side. Oh, that full body stretch here. It's like just put more lycra into your body. Oh, very good. And grab your bolster back onto your mat or a cushion, and we'll take a last little back bend over the bolster here. So just bring the bolster right up towards the hips. You can also use your block. And then just lay the body over the bolster. Now, if your bum lifts up, just shimmy your bum a little lower. And if your bolster's too much, grab a cushion, use a block, use a rolled up towel. Oh, feels really good. So we open up through the skin on the front body here. You can also bend up the knees. Didn't realize how stiff I was in my upper back. Oh, that's better. So just shimmy your body either further up or down your mat so you find a little bit of comfort and ease. And we're all going to be tight in different places, different bodies, different stories, different tightness. Oh, that's so much better. So just use when your body is kind of saying, oh, it's telling you something. So listen, readjust. Oh, just a few rounds of breath here, and then Savasana awaits us. Your last 2 rounds. And then hands will slide behind the legs slowly, using a little bit of muscle and tummy. Make your way on up. That bolster can just slide underneath the legs as you lay yourself back down, with or without the block, your choice. And then just let your legs drape and take Savasana, your rest. Let the weight of your body just soften and settle here. Notice the weight of your spine supported by the earth. And also just notice all the parts of your body that are supported here. The heels, the buttocks, the back body, the shoulders, backs of the arms, maybe the backs of your hands, wherever they rest. the upper back, back of the head. And slowly now, start to welcome yourself back to your physical body. Back to the rhythm of your breath. The gurgle of the belly maybe. And the openness that you've created in your whole torso. A back bend is not just that, it is also a heart opener. Ah. Always two sides to every story, two sides to everybody. And the third perspective is the you that's sitting and looking back at you. Well, that's how it feels today. When you're ready, draw your knees in towards your chest. Oh, a little rock from side to side. And then just make your way on up to seat. And just we'll close this time together with the hands resting lightly on the chest. And take a full breath into the wholeness of you, this whole you that's landed on your mat today. And exhale, let the breath go. A gentle bow to yourself and to the presence of each other and all of those that we practice with today. Namaste.